Okay, guys, now we're going to actually start building the mod. We're going to add in the mod class, some of the uh, methods in here, and we will create a item. I'm going to go ahead and combine these into one video. Otherwise, it would be like 2 minutes and then pointless to actually do anything. So, first thing, once you've created all of this, we're going to go down a couple lines here, do @mod, and then open, close, there. And inside here, we're going to do mod ID equals, and then this is going to be something short for, a short name for your mod, since I'm going to do EC for EcoCraft. Then we're going to want to do comma, space, name, space equals space, and then the name of your mod. Then after that, we're going to do version. Space equals space, and we're going to say it is 1.0. So 1.0. And that is it. And it's underlined, so just go ahead, go over here, import mod, and we have that imported. Next thing that we're going to want to add is pre-init, init, and post-init methods. So we're going to do so we need to get these event handler, enter, then public void pre-init, and inside of, we're going to import event handler. Inside of pre-init, we're going to do fml pre initialization events. Hate that word. Event. And like always, import pre-initialization event. I'm just gonna copy, go down a little bit, paste, and instead of pre-init, we want init. And we're going to do this one more, and this is going to be post. Okay, so we're going to import this one, and now they're all imported. Oh, I don't know what this is saying. Okay, well, we're fine. Mod ID, name, version, yeah, don't need that. Okay, so here, this is where you're gonna have your item or your block in it, and registering. And we're also going to put we're going to put here config handling You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm doing it just for reference type stuff. And then we're going to save that. So this sets up the environment for how we need everything. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to create a item. So put a couple enters in here. Let's create public. P-U-B-L-I-C. Why am I spelling everything? Public static item. And then the item name. So we're just going to call this Go EcoSword. Okay. So then you're going to hover over this, and we want to import item, or this item, the .net.minecraft.item. And then we want to say down here, EcoSword, or the name of your item, equals new item, or new item name, brackets, that, and then, like always, you want to create a class called EcoSword, and we just click finish, and now we have everything for EcoSword. So now we need to register this item. So once you've created the item, you need to come into the initialization, because pre-init basically loads everything in here when the mod starts up on initialization of the server. So in here actually is where we gotta put it. I'm gonna type game registry. Game registry dot register item, and for item we're gonna want our item, and then for the next one we're gonna copy this, the item name again, put a dot get unlocalized name, and we want this one, dot sub substring, and we're going to put a 5 in there. And this is because when the system reads it, the game reads it, it's going to see it as item dot, it's going to see it as this, and basically what we're doing is the substring 5 is removing those 5 characters. So, because we only wanted to read the EcoSword part. So we have this. Now, if we are to go into and hit play, this will be in the game now, but it will not be in the creative menu yet. So we'll just launch this up. Single player, create world, back to game. Okay, so then let's see where I did this totally wrong. We want single player, create world, we want creative. So we want to be able to pull our item in, since we don't have crafting recipe set up for it or anything else. And there's some wolves here. So what we're going to do is /give, and push tab, and it'll put your player name there. And then we want to put what we've typed in for our ID. So I'm going to do EC, I'm going to hit tab. You can see it says null for right now. It shouldn't say null. But here's our item. item.null.name. Let's see here. EcoSword, EcoSword. Oh, that was the reason. We said get unlocalized name, but we did not. I did not have you do it up here. So we're gonna do dot set unlocalized name, and instead of here, we're gonna put double quotes, and we're gonna call it EcoSword. Now it will work correctly. So if we save that, we run. That was my bad. I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Single player. Delete that world since we messed up. We want this one. That's just telling me because the block null no longer exists. So /give my name EC, and it says EcoSword. And now this is our item, our EcoSword item. But here's our EcoSword. Like it just shows the default texture of nothing. And we will get later to showing those textures, how to add those in. But for now, we are going to first create under, where is it? Under source, main, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, this one. Source main resources. We want to right click, hit new, package, we want to name it assets. I'm going to hit finish. Under assets, I want to hit a new package again, and this is going to be, for me, EC, your package ID. And to make this look easier, I want to do this top down. We want to do a hierarchical. And yes. And we want to go inside here. We want a new package assets doc EC. Finish, and there's that. And inside of here, we want to right click, hit new, right click, new, just try to make sure I was right, package again, and we want to do .lang for language. And then we want to go right click again, new, untitled text file. And inside of this untitled text file, we are going to name our item. So we're going to type item dot EcoSword dot name, because that's what it shows up in the system right now. I'm going to say equals EcoSword. So now it just shows EcoSword. And then we're going to go save, and we want to go Minecraft, resources, main, resources, assets, EC, language. I'm going to call this en underscore capital US dot lang dot language. And that's created our language file. So now when we run this, single player, here's this. says EcoSword, nothing else. So there's that. And then we can go back here. Next thing that we're going to want to do is import our texture. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to here, hit new package, delete the word lang, and put textures. And hit finish. And now we have a language folder and a textures folder. Underneath textures, we're going to create another folder, and it's going to be considered or called items. We're going to finish this. Now we have a place that our item will be. Now, I'm going to use image, create an image for our sword. And we're going to click, I'm using paint.net, makes it a little bit easier for this. And we have to make them 16 by 16. So then we're going to zoom in, select and delete this layer because we want the translucent layer or whatnot. Pick up this and we're going to create a little sword. Not going to be the best. I don't care. I'm going to come back and take a different one at the end. And we're going to make it green. So there's our basic little sword. That's not what I wanted. I don't know. I'm still getting a little bit used to this program. What we're going to do is do this. Delete that. That's exactly what I had before. Put that little bit of a difference on it. Okay, we'll just keep it like that. I don't know, I'm just going to run them. Alright, so then we're going to file, save as, and we want to go to where that folder is. So we're going to go to our mods folder, the mod itself, source, main, resources, assets, our thing, textures, items, and then we want to name this pretty much the same thing just to make it also easy. So I'm going to name this EcoSword, and it has to be a .png. Hit save, and when this comes up, just hit OK. So now we're done with that. We can open this back up. You'll see under texture items, our image has been added in. So now that we've added our image, we want to add the texture. So at the end here, hit .set, set texture name, and we want to name it what we have called it. So in quotes, EcoSword. Now we don't need, oh wait, no. We do need to add our prefix, our ID in front with a colon, and then the name of it. And then it should be added in, so we can go ahead and hit play again. That will save it, because I didn't save it. Okay, so now we have EcoSword, and you can see it as our image. So, there's our sword. It's stupid looking, but yeah. Nothing happens when you right click because you haven't set any of that data yet. we will get into that shortly. So now we can go ahead and save and quit that and close this, and that's going to be it for today. If you want to keep adding items, all you have to do is just add this again. So we just could go copy this, public item, eco axe. And there we have created another item. We just then have to create a new one of these lines, which in the initialization. So we can just easily quick change these to what we want. Oops, an EC colon in front of there. And then add in another one of these to enable it in the game. And now we've added eco axe or whatever, and you can keep doing this with items. Blocks has a little bit different commands, and I will get into that in the next video. But that will be it for this one. If you guys like this and you want me to keep doing these, I'm going to at least get through blocks and crafting recipes and actually adding this into the creative menu and doing all this, adding properties and everything else. But if you like this, comment on what I could do better, if anything, and subscribe. Yeah.